Hello guys, I'm back again in the day for 11 and here let's continue this web series. Not web series, it's series of talking and storytelling and talking myself to you and sharing my stories with you. You can also share your stories with me in the comment box. Of course, it is one way through video, so there is a restriction on this. But you can surely tell your story to me via DM or comments. I would love to see you there. So basically, this is a series where we want to achieve some level of speaking and become eloquent while sharing our things and enhance our speaking to get most of the benefits in every wherever you are working, so you are going to get benefit of this. So this is just to make myself raise. Like I today I wake up at around 8:30, and I got ready for office by 9:30 and left for office by 9:45 because I had some training sessions to attend or conduct. So I basically have this thing that anywhere you work anywhere, you would need to communicate better. Whether it is in English or Hindi, it doesn't matter. If you are talking in Hindi, you should be effective while your speaking is going on. I mean, while you're speaking, you should be effective. That people gets eager to listen to you. What are you going to say next? So this is what I want to achieve, and this is our aim, and we will definitely achieve it one day. By seeing these videos, these are looking like demo and cheap videos that I don't have background or don't have even t-shirts to change in most of my videos. You will see same t-shirts and everything, but I keep these things secondary or tertiary level because I do not find them, useful at all in my video. Of course, I cannot come nude on the camera without my clothes, but yeah, they are basic needs. So I don't have to change them in every video because I don't have that much of resources available here. But within the resources that I have, I'm trying to make that count. So let's take it further by talking about a thing which relates to my life. Well, I today I'm gonna talk about how communication works and what I want to do in communication level, where I want to see rather in communication level, and whenever I'm communicating with anyone, be it in Hindi or English. So right now I'm talking to in English, only English, and I'm coming up with videos in only English language. I would definitely come up with the new videos in Hindi as well, the new series in Hindi, which will help me to understand where I am right now, because these 10 last 10 videos which I have posted in the last 10 days have helped me understand, I mean, tremendously well what I am where I am in the line of rating where I see myself in the communication skill line. I didn't, to be honest with you, I am not, to be honest with me as well, I did not get that much of level where I wanted to achieve, and where I was expecting myself after 10 days. Actually, it is the fact. So I thought that after 10 days I will definitely become fluent as much as any other local or national native speaker who is able to speak and communicate very well. But it's I understand while I'm speaking to you and on the camera, it, I understand that it is not the game of one day or two. It takes time, and since I've been working on it, I've been making videos continuously. Even I came late from office today. Even after that, I am shooting this video. So this is something called consistency, and this consistency, I think, will make me perfect. The consistency that I have shown last 10 days, I expect myself to continue with this for next 20 more days. So I would definitely be eloquent, where I want to see myself what I when I would be able to say that I'm eloquent enough to reach that level and get that level where I wanted to see myself after the number of videos that I have thought of. And so let's talk about my communication skills, where I wanted to uh, enhance it, enhance it in a way that it I wanted to inculcate it in my head whenever I'm talking to somebody. I'm not afraid of anything. I don't have that hesitation in me when I'm talking on stage and when I'm facing stage, because at my office, the stage handling is a common thing for me while I'm conducting a training session, and where there I feel like I have so much of hesitation left in me, and that I want to get rid of using and uh, using these videos, like via making such communication related videos on and talking to myself. I'm talking to myself, I'm not talking to anybody else here. But those, since I'm posting myself on social media, I do expect others to see me, and those who are relating with me or at my level, in the level of communication, or maybe lesser, they also start doing this. Because whenever you start speaking to yourself, you definitely get a level, and you see yourself, you know show yourself a mirror where you are, and you assess you are better in you are in better place to assess yourself and your status of communication that you possess. So basically my schooling has been done from a government school, and my college was not that good and full of memory. It's because I did it in uh, open via open schooling. So I was at home and took exams and passed them. This is how I cleared my graduation. So what I mean to say is, like, I didn't get that much of exposure, or didn't give me that much of exposure to the communication, and didn't understand the value of communication skills. Also, I did not get that much of environment in which I can grow myself as a speaker. And whenever you have that circle or people around you, you definitely get help of it, and you grow with those people and try to emulate them, or you try to learn from them as much as possible. So these were my limitations while I was going through my graduation until 2020, 2013. After that, I started preparing for examination. Only then I got to know and I got serious about the communication skills and things like that, because I was like uh, I knew that if I do not have any communication skills in me, or if I don't know English, how to speak, it will affect me, and I won't land any job here in Delhi or Gurgaon. So, in order to get a job or secure a job, I need to have communication skills in me. I started taking multiple interviews, odd interviews, wherever I found a company in Gurgaon. I went door to door, you can say. Almost all the BPO companies, I went to their doors, and I got rejected most of them by most of them, and because of my communication, lack of communication, and I was not even able to speak myself. Like, I wasn't able to introduce myself to them. This was the first question. This used to be the first question of theirs, and whenever they asked it from me, they didn't get that expected answer. Very below, I mean, far below what they expected. The answer was, so from my end. So they bid me bye, or they told me to see you again. They'll see me. I mean, they will ask me to leave. So basically, what I have done is I have challenged myself. I've been challenging myself throughout, because I've taken more than 70 or 80 interviews in private companies, BPOs of Gurgaon. I didn't have that much of pocket money with me that time in 2000, uh, during this period 2010 to 2020. 13, or you can also say during 2010 to 2016, uh, given the fact that after getting graduated in 2013, I started preparing for banking exams. So for two and a half years, I was busy with the preparation, since I got some inspiration from someone who was in my relative. So I got inspired by it, and I got engaged in it. But soon after failing all the exams that I took by very fairly decent margin, or very short margin, very little margin, I kept on taking the examination while keeping in mind the condition of my family. I also started taking looking for a job, because which will allow me some sort of independence from my family, because family was also kind of waiting for me to earn something, start earning from something, because by then I was around 26 or 27 age. So it's really hard. It was really hard for me to stay home and prepare for examination, earn nothing. My father was not earning that much, and he's always off and on. Whenever he got the job, he it was high chance that he uh, I mean, for some reason he was not able to sustain that. And in 10,000 salary, how can you make your ends meet or family's ends meet? So these were the stuffs that really pushed us through. And I pushed. It was I was pushed by these situation altogether, combining them, and I started looking for jobs. There were my friends. One of my best friend was there today. He is not talking. We are not in talking terms. because of some incident happened between us. So it was a friendship going on since childhood, but which ended in like some sort of foolish things. And it is a matter of like 6 or 7 years. It has been 6 or 7 years. Can you imagine, 7 or 8 years since we are not in talking terms. So it happens. It happens when while going on your life, you will come across such a situation where if you are not able to handle it, you may lose your close ones. So basically, that is another aspect to talk about. And whenever you're talking about losing someone, it also matters that at what cost you are retaining them. So yeah, I would definitely have a session. I would definitely shoot a particular video, a separate video on this. So what I faced, I won't again see that. I won't again say that I'm not here to preach anyone or to inspire anyone or to tell anyone to do anything. I'm just here to talk to myself, and which will go on social media and will I want to see that how it works, and how my fate takes me and where does it take me. So talking about my job jobs and interview process of those 5 or 6 years, uh, I used to borrow money from my best friend, which I'm not in talking terms right now. He used to help me a lot. You can say I betrayed him, or something like that, until unless you you know get the complete story. But yeah, keeping that story aside for some time until I make a complete video on that, because I like to, because we are sharing to our life story here. I will definitely cover that part as well in one of my videos in upcoming days. So what I did was, I used to borrow money from them. One of my, like, mostly that best friend of mine. He helped me a lot, and I used to, get the photocopies of my resume, multiple photocopies of resume, and used to keep all of them in my bag. And I made a plan of going to 5 or 6 company in a day, because I knew that I'll be rejected. Because when I first went to those companies, to the companies where like in BPO companies, when I first started going there, it didn't take me even 2 or 3 minutes to get you know out of it. They got rid of me by saying, okay, you can leave for the day. So I mean, initially they didn't take much time to reject me as a candidate. And hence I had lots of time of the day left with me. But yeah, it's not always that you if you when you reach to the office and to the interview venue, you get interview scheduled at once. You have to wait for some time. So I used to wait for 2 or 3 hours, then my turn came, and I got rejected within 2 3 minutes or 5 minutes of spare. So for of time period. So it's something that hurt me a lot, and I used to keep myself hurting by taking these interviews, so that I would keep on engaging myself in it, and will do myself a favor that might not have that might not have been done by any other stuff, according to me, because I was the only one here, only one there who was interested in my circle in English, and that made it a little difficult for me, and hence I had to challenge my own self that that I need to get it anyhow. Then I used to watch English movies at times, and there was a time when I used to read the Hindu and other prestigious newspaper that was considered uh, Bible for IAS or IPS examinations. Those I used to buy three or four newspaper daily, like in the times of my penury, like when I was broken completely, in terms of my financial condition. I used to buy three or four newspapers in a day, and used to prepare from that in the times when I started preparing for banking examination. So banking examination used to be, uh, you know uh, they would need you to great at English first. You need to understand English well if you are preparing for banking examination. You cannot cram or mug up the things and go ahead with the examination, or get pass out in it. So all in all, we needed something. So I applied all these stuffs, indirect stuff, to understand English. And in writing, I became good. I would say that I became good while speaking. While speaking comes to my end, like if I talk about speaking English, speaking, I used to uh, read the phrases, paras, and newspaper articles uh, loud, and so that I prepare myself for speaking, the and I developed the the pronunciation of words from there. So I wouldn't say that I'm perfect in it, but yeah, whatever I have, whatever kind of level in pronunciation that I have right now is just because of that process. I used to, and most of the days I used to buy them. What I did was I used to buy three or four newspaper. I At first you have this zeal in you that okay, you are enthusiastic about it. You, whenever you buy them, you you keep on reading. You, otherwise your money is going wasted. So no, at first you read it eagerly, then after a few days you start getting fed up of it. And this is my psychology I'm telling about. What was the psychology of myself at that time. So I used to buy myself a newspaper for around 40, 30 to 40 rupees. No, uh, the Hindu cost me around 9 rupees that time, and later it increased to 11 rupees. So, and there was the Indian Express, and the Times, the Economic Times. Also, I bought some 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 foreign newspapers, which I do not remember those names right now, which are popular in our country, and or I may say uh, were popular in our country those days. In those days. So it's, I don't know if they exist in our country these days. Yeah, they must be doing that, but I don't see them around me, so that's why I'm a bit skeptical about it. So yeah, I prepared for English from them, the written English. I'm talking about the grammar and the understanding of English I built from newspapers, and I went through all the newspapers very well. At times, when I fed up, because if you keep on doing one thing again and again, there's the consistency problem in me, which I face, and I'm hurt with it a lot, because I can continue one thing for 5 days, 6 days, 10 days, but after that it keeps on giving me uh, tease kind of feeling, that it is teasing why I'm doing this. I don't my willingness to read that gets vanished. I don't know why. I no more start sitting with that thing. So when I saw that money getting wasted because I am not studying them anymore, and the newspaper are getting piled up on a daily basis, because I used to buy 3 or 4 newspaper on a daily basis, and I didn't cut on my expenses in terms of newspaper, because my thought was, my views was, like, if I keep on buying them, there are hopes that I am going to get back to them, because it will keep on hurting me. The piles, when I see the pile, it will hurt me and will uh, inspire me, or make me push me to read them again. If I cut on my expenses on buying newspapers, then it will end my story there. So this was kind of the stuffs and notion that I possessed, that had those days, in those days, and with that, I would say that I attained some level of written English. No, I would not say I was brilliant, but I would say that I became good enough to clear the banking examination, like to at least score more than the usual people, the average people, right? Then came the speaking part. I was really struggling with it, and I went to take multiple interviews, as I mentioned earlier in this video, to challenge myself to speak. So I was looking for someone who can speak with me in order to complete this thing. In order to find one, I used to take the interviews. So whenever I found someone really fluent for me, I used to get quiet. I mean, my heart sunk in, because like it felt like, I'm lost of words. I'm lost in words. I don't have words to speak before them, because he is so fluent. Even uh, he is so fluent that he would, uh, he would kept me. He would keep me. Uh, my lips will be stitched before them. So that was the kind of feeling I had initially. Then I kept on taking interviews and facing the same question again and again. I used to prepare for those questions, answers, at home, back home, and again I went to take the same interviews then next day, and perform well. But in the later questions, the next new questions, because you don't get selected by answering only one question that is about you. You had to tell about, they were question that they would test you, your grammar and your speaking skills, by asking you, okay, tell us about something yourself. If you answer that, the next question will be, which movie did you see last night? So, or maybe last time, when did you celebrate your birthday? How did you celebrate your birthday? Or something like that. They would wanted to check your grammar or past tense, which usually. people do not have mostly most of the people, whenever they are speaking past tense, they get tested in language, and because it is bit difficult to understand past tense for the people who have learned English from seeing someone or just talking with someone. They do not get gist of or do not uh, they are not, they may find it difficult to understand the reasoning behind why the second form or third form is coming, if they have not read it uh, from book, or they are not aware of the language in particular. So yeah, that was it for the day. I'll continue this the next day, tomorrow, and yeah, for now, I'll say goodbye. Thank you for watching. If you have come here in this video, if you have seen this video till here, so thank you so much. Bye.